Well, here's what we're going to be making today. These beautiful shortbread cookies. A little bit crunchy on the outside, but definitely very soft on the inside. Come on, let's get baking. Right, firstly, in a Pyrex jug, 1.5 cups of just plain flour, 1.5 cups there, and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 1 teaspoon of ginger. A little bit more for good measure, because I like my ginger. Right, then 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. Right, add a little bit of salt. And then we can set these dry ingredients aside and get on with creaming the butter and sugar. Right, then in a bowl, 3/4 cup of sugar. Now this is a 1/4 cup measurement, so I want 3 of them. So here's 115 grams. We're just going to take it out of here. Put it on a plate, and we'll cut this while it's on the plate so we don't get our fingers all mucky. We'll start creaming it into the butter, into the sugar. Here we go. This is probably the least sort of enjoyable part of the process, but it doesn't take very long, so there we go. Come back once we're ready to do that. Right, I've just been working this butter and sugar in. Right, let's see how this goes. And I'll just keep creaming this, and I'll come back and add my egg. Actually, we're going to add our molasses. So, so 3 tablespoons is what you're after. And if ever there was a moment you wanted to lick a spoon, it was definitely now. There you are, that's nicely combined there. If you've got a stand mixer, by all means use it. I try not to use gadgets if I can help it, so that the recipe remains accessible to everyone. So now we're going to put an egg in. Combine that, then we'll come back and add our vanilla essence. Right, and then 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence. We'll combine those and then we'll add the dry ingredients. Rightio. Let's add in our dry ingredients. Then we'll just fold these in gently. Otherwise you're going to get flour all over the kitchen. Which might make a good video actually. But since I've got to be responsible, I'm going to make sure I don't get it everywhere. We'll come back once that's combined. Right, once this is combined, having left enough on the spoon for you to have a taste, put it in the fridge for somewhere between half an hour and an hour, so that it's a bit stiffer, so you can roll it into balls to bake it. Right, I've just taken this out of the fridge. We're going to set the oven on 180 degrees, and here's a wee example of our baking tray. So don't watch too closely. Let's get this underway. Right, I'm now going to put these in the oven. One bit of advice I can give you is don't overcook them. They'll need somewhere between 9 and 11 minutes. So if you take them out after 10, you're doing well. If you're nervous, take them out after 9 and try one. But unless you're very confident, I wouldn't stick it in for the whole 11. And don't even go near 12. So let's pop these in and I'll meet you back in about 10 minutes time. And there you have it, straight out the oven. Before they cool completely, I'm just going to run a knife between them to make it easier to separate when they have cooled completely, which will be probably about half an hour to 45 minutes. So we'll come back then and have a tasting. Now remember, these are supposed to be soft on the inside, so when you're putting them onto your drying rack, or your cooling rack, sorry, when you're putting them onto your cooling rack, expect them to flex. As you can see, this one's already starting to firm up, but what you'll see, if I can just pop that on its side there, you can see that it's nice and soft still in the middle. So these are going to be beautiful, beautiful soft chewy gingerbread cookies. Well, here we are. Time for tasting. Well, these are great. I don't know whether you can see that. These are quite a little bit crunchy on the outside, not much, but on the inside beautiful and soft and a real rich ginger flavour. These are sensational. I reckon you could even butter these, they'd be nice. Right, thank you so much for watching. Hope you make these at home, and I will catch you on the next recipe.